just the journey from where you're coming from, and just being honest and talking about the struggles.
The struggle is like any other relationship. We have our ups and our downs, and everybody on a different paths, right? Everybody got a different struggles. So another couple struggle will be different from our struggle, but everybody go through fights or go through struggles somewhere, somehow in the relationship. But our struggle brought us where we are today, which I'm grateful for. You know, I'm grateful for every part of it. I don't regret any part of it at all because it shaped me into the man I am today, which I appreciate the process and the growing pain that I've been through have molded me into the man I am today. You know, so the podcast, this is part two to catch up on part one that we started.
So when we talk about in-laws, like my parents, so my dad wasn't ruthless, my biological dad. He was always very fair with Shane.
Absolutely.
And he was like, that's what you want, and that's what you want. Um,
Yeah, I remember the first time. I remember the first time I met your dad, though. It was so cool because when I first met her dad, he came to like a, what was it?
like a barbecue at my
Yeah,
house.
it was like a barbecue at mom's house, and I remember I was in the back, and at those time I was actually
At that time, you was a little drunk, right?
yeah, I was a little drunk because I was like taking a shot with one of her family friends.
And
Yeah, I was taking a lot of, I was drinking with a family friend. So when I first met her mom, or dad actually, I was a little twisted, but I was in control of myself, you know. So I'm like, what? Imagine meeting her dad while not being sober, you know. But it came out good because I wanted to introduce myself. I kind of, yeah,
I asked you a question, and you wouldn't hear me. You'd be like, what you said?
right. Like I said though, I wasn't sober, so it wasn't like the best moment to meet your dad, but that was the best moment because that's where everybody get together. But I wasn't expecting it, you know. But it was cool. Your dad's a cool guy, man. I'm not. Don't get me wrong. Your entire family is cool. Your mom, your dad, your stepdad, your sister. Meeting your family is cool, man. To be honest, I don't regret anything at all because, to be honest, I understand their perspective of the situation.
Yeah,
You
like,
know.
yeah, I feel like a lot of people. Okay, so you, like I said before, you gotta take yourself out of the comfortable shoes and
Mhm.
put your other people's shoes on. Um, when it comes to the family and meeting someone, and you like a lot of people said, some people even mentioned that I wouldn't want my son to date a 24-year-old who even has a kid. I respect it because putting myself in your shoes from what you're saying, maybe I wouldn't want the same thing for my own daughter, right?
Right. Mhm.
But I have a daughter, right? So I don't know if I would feel that way about my son, but maybe I would.
Right. Mhm.
Maybe I would because when you think of like having a baby daddy around, you think of trouble,
Yeah.
of faithfulness, you think of a lot of things. So I want to break some things down to be clear about a lot of things that happened was horrible. It was horrible. It wasn't easy for me. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna break some of the things down. I was trying to learn. Let me say this. I was trying to learn how to balance like giving having my little dad around so that way she can have that relationship
With her dad.
with her dad. And then I was also trying to learn how to be the best girlfriend to you. And then I was also trying to like let out, no, this is my choice. And even though I didn't have my own place, I was still like, no matter where I live, this is what I'm gonna choose. So I was kind of like shoving that, like, kind of like not respect, not caring what anyone had to say. You know what I mean? So I was like balancing, like trying to have a boyfriend, trying to one day have a good relationship, trying to make my family understand like this is what I wanted. And I felt like I couldn't conquer any of them. It was a really hard time for me because trying to make that relationship because remember, when he originally, when his biological dad had got locked up, I didn't know him. It's been 5 years,
Right.
right? So I was not gonna let my daughter just be with someone that I know that he gave her, but I didn't know his mentality anymore. I don't know if he was responsible enough to take care of the kid. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Like that's my baby, and I'm sorry, but I had to protect her
Right.
at that point. I didn't feel like I could protect her at all, so I wanted to make sure that I was there to protect her at all times. And there's a lot of history that went on in my household. Not in my household, but like in my mom's household that I brought up and I'm aware of, where I don't trust anyone. I'm sorry, but that's as far as I'm gonna go with that conversation.
Right.
So I wasn't giving my daughter no man, and that's just it. Didn't matter who he was. I needed to be present. And then I really loved Shane, but there was times he was really angry at me. So it was like we had a lot of conflict and fighting, and I understand now, like why he was really mad and where all the fights came from. And it was like I'm trying to help this relationship, and with time, God steered everything the way it was meant to be. So and it became a lot more easier, but it was still a journey, and it took years to be easy.
I feel like the entire journey of that, it was hard for both of us, but it was so hard for me. It was, I feel like it was more hard for me because I wasn't being understood at all. No matter how much I've been or say how much things hurt me or things bother me, it was just not being understood and being like pushed under the rug, right? So now I have to find ways how to deal with that. Like I gotta grow up. For me, like understand that okay, she's not understanding, you know, and I have to find a way how to cope with my pain that I was going through those times. So even when I was at work, and my thoughts going crazy, and I'm feeling hurt, feel like you're not mine or stuff like that. It's just daily though, daily I'm feeling this, daily I'm feeling this. And I know one could say, why you didn't just leave? But the love was there. The love was already there. I love you, you love me. And there was a point where I feel like, I don't know if this is love because I didn't really still, that's your family. That was your family. You know what I'm saying? That was your family. And then,
I don't really get that part.
what part?
No, because you said you know what I'm saying, but I don't know what you're saying, honestly. But I do hear where you're coming from. I hear where you're coming from. 100%.
Why you don't get it? I'm not saying you don't get it.
So, one is okay. So what? This is things that happen to me. So when his biological dad, when I turned out pregnant, he was already out before he even. I just want to clarify everything. So this is a reason why I was really trying to get to know him while being very humble and watching what was going on because I truly didn't know this guy at all. It's been like 6 years, honestly.
Right.
So when I was pregnant, I was not with him at all. Since I found out all the way to giving birth, I did keep contact with him in jail. I did keep contact, and it was whatever, he was in jail, it was whatever. I didn't even know what to think of it. And when he came home, because he did like 5 years, I really kind of felt like that was my family, but in reality, there was a lot of things that went on when I was pregnant that I don't know if I could have ever forget, which okay, so I never forgive him, but I never told him that while he was in jail. Like, I didn't want to make it like didn't want to make the thing even so much more harder,
Right, right,
you
right.
know? So
Mm-hmm.
it was whatever. It was just like not trying to stress any dude out. Just like, come home, just chill out. Not trying to have him in there and catch a freaking kiss. Or just like, make anything worse than what it was already, you
Mm-hmm.
know? So that wasn't my family.
Yeah, but when I mean family, right? Let us say, let us, even if y'all wasn't this happy family, whatever, right? Even if y'all wasn't together or whatever the case might be, right? Is the fact that you guys procreate together,
Yeah, that was six
right?
years ago.
Wait, hold on. You guys procreate together, and then when he came out, his mission was to have his family back, and it's even go bigger than just you guys alone, right?
Right,
It's bigger that your parents, not your parents, your mom
right,
see him as a son.
right,
You know what I'm saying? So she sees. I think that's the biggest problem. It's not a problem,
right.
but that's what creates a lot of problem for me as well.
Was it really?
Because I live in a house and he was her son in her eyes, her son. And she, yeah, she was a, he was a son to her, which I respect it because it's still everything. I'm new. I just came in the picture. She know this guy from, he was a baby. It was what age?
So yeah, so I knew London's dad since he was like 9, 10
Yeah.
years old.
So she practically watched this guy turn into a man. She
Yeah.
raised him, and even through some stuff that I see why they, no, I see even some stuff where they want to be there for him, which I get it because the guy's a good kid. You get what I'm saying? So the entire thing about around it is that the family dynamics make it harder for me
It did. And
completely because again, my finance didn't allow me to be independent in certain ways, like move you out or move down and out. So I didn't have no say, so I'll just shut up. Anything that happen, I have to keep my mouth quiet. You get what I'm saying? So whatever I'm feeling, I have to just, if I voice it, if anybody understand, they understand. If they don't understand, they don't understand. I have to deal with that by myself, right? So that's me going through my growing pain, which I don't regret it at all. I don't regret nothing at all because it molded me into the man I am today, which I'm proud of myself because now I could deal with certain situation. It forced me to grow, but that's when I started reading. To be honest, I remember I was working at the hotel job and me feeling what I'm feeling and dealing with my boss and shit. It was a lot I was going through. And like I said, that was my most depression time too. And when my thoughts going crazy while he's in the house that you guys at, you know? And I'm at work and I was on a crazy shift. I was on like 3 to 11 shift.
yeah, that was a pretty sucky.
That was a crazy shift because I'm at work. I go to work like in the afternoon. I come back late at night because I work in Manhattan. I come home like around 1 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So that was all day. So even on holidays and shit, you guys would be like going out to like holiday. You take London to trick or treat.
Yeah, but that was like with my sister and
Yeah, but
that was like the whole thing.
that I wasn't there though.
I know.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like I was. Let's just break it down completely so people can get a better understanding of everything. Because I feel like if we start from the origin, they can understand better, right? So when I first got with you, before you got me on the picture, when I first got with you, she told me you got a kid. I asked my mom, right? Oh, I was not skeptic. I was like, I like this girl, but she got a kid. I can know what she feel about it. She said, my mom tell me like she got 4 kids. She like my mom said I got 4 kids. How would you feel if a guy tell me I don't want to date you because I got 4 kids? So that opened my eyes a lot. Even though I was 18, I opened my eyes and said, okay, yo, I like this girl. Why not? One kid not shouldn't stop it. Which I was very skeptical about it too. You know why? Because my friend at the time when I was like trying to talk to you, my friend was going through some, my other Jamaican friend, I was in college with him. He was going through some stuff with a girl that he was dating with her baby that came out of jail.
Okay.
And that guy was chasing him with a gun in Mount Vernon,
Right.
you know? And he had to run to the apartment. So I'm like, that was the same moment when I was trying to talk to him, like, I don't want to go through that. So that's what my scare come from. It wasn't from you, like, the baby or anything. It was the drama behind it that make me, I was skeptic. You know what I'm saying? I like you. I'm never scared to take on a road to, like, meet your daughter or anything like that. It was just a drama behind it because it close to home. Because my close friend from school was going through it at the time. So when I asked my mom opinion on it, it was whatever my mom said because I came to America to make her proud. So if she votes for it or she bless it, I'm gonna go further through it. You know what I'm
If your
saying?
mom didn't bless you, you would have never went further.
Maybe, maybe not, but she blesses. So it's like, cause my biggest aim is when I came to America, is like I gotta make my mom proud. We're coming from poverty, anything to make her proud. I want to make her proud. Like I want to be the best for myself, for my mom, for my family. That was my mission to come to America. Right when I come to America, cause nowhere from God is rough. It's hard. Not a lot of us make it or get the opportunity to even come to America. So when I come to America, I want to make the best of it. So my mom blessed it. I get my mom blessing, whatever. And then it was good, man. Let's be honest. Original was the best.
Yeah.
It was the best for like almost 2 years. Like we was friends, in the beginning, but become relationship. I tell her every day. Like original was the best in college. We didn't got much responsibility, even though she got learning though. But it was in college. We see her. I see her every day. I fall in love. Yes, she was the first that put me onto a lot of things because I was also new to America as well. So she taught me a lot, you know. And I was head over heels. We was head over heels for each other. That was the best in relationship. That was my best friend. We talk on the phone, fall asleep on the phone. We pick up each other from class. When her class finished, she come pick me up from my class. We go out food together. We go home together. It was just us, right? And then 2 years after, her baby daddy get out of jail. No, he's in the picture.
No, it's like
100K, sorry, dollar up, now 650K. Offline, price jumps like dollar.
No, he's in the picture.
no, it's like 3 years after.
3 or 2 years after, right?
He graduated.
When I graduated, he was out already, no? No. So I ended up graduating college. Yeah, you're right. So I ended up graduating college. So it was like 3 years after, right? The 3 years after, mind you, our relationship been no major problem. You know, we were smart as school, but we head over heels, we know each other. Perfect. I would say perfect, but to me it was perfect. Perfect relationship, man. And then 3 years after, here comes the U-turn of a relationship, the rocket point. And it's because something new come in the picture. Which he been in the picture, like, that's his child, whatever. But he wasn't in the picture literally, he was away. So when he came out, he came out and at the house. I wasn't expecting it. I thought he would come home and be at his house. He come visit his daughter. Mind you, that's how we program from Jamaica. Me being Jamaican, there's no man coming in the house where the other man is out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that was hard for me. That was really hard from the get go. Everything will start becoming uncomfortable, you know? And it's like he's around now, right? And I get it, he's there for his daughter. But mind you, right? What I was going through in those times, no, her time was being shared. Not just for her daughter, but for spending time with him to bond with his daughter. So sometimes I would call, I would not get no answer, right? And when he came out, I was in my grandma's. I was living there. I was in my grandma's house still, because that's when I said, I don't think it's gonna work,
Yeah.
you know, because she's now trying to talk to him to bond with his daughter. What are they talking about? Because I wasn't there to be honest. She got to speak for herself, right? But it was so hard for me. I couldn't deal with it. I'm like, and then the family again. The family was rooting for history. He was the history that they know. That's all they know. I was very new, even though it was 3 years, whatever. It's like all that didn't matter. That 3 years that I was spent with her, I was with her. The family know me. When he came out, it's like that. Those 3 years didn't count. It's like, yo,
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about. So it's like when I seen that, I'm like, damn, it's really don't matter. So that's when I really like they pushing for him because I know you say I was in the best family, I wasn't together, whatever. But his mission when it came out was for what? He wanted his family back.
Okay, so when all right, so let me say this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know. I feel like I don't even know what his mission was. The kid was a mess, you know. He was a mess. And there was a lot going on his end too, which is really not for me to speak on his business, but I'm just gonna say this. When he got home, there was so much going on that I just didn't have time. I was really at a point where I so like at this point I'm over it. It's either gonna be like you super trust me and I couldn't understand you because I'm sitting here like trying to understand everybody over here, and then I'm like, okay, I need you to trust. Everybody's against me, and I kind of felt like it was against me too.
I have to fall back. I did fall back
You did, and
because
you left me in the
I
process.
can't trust that. There's no way I could. It was hard, right?
Let me finish off,
Go
right?
ahead.
So when he came home, the
Mhm.
truth was there was nowhere for him to stay,
Mhm.
so he didn't have a place, right? And it was, and his dad even asked my mom
I
and
know.
like, can I rent the basement out
Right.
and stay here for a while? It was really, it was just, listen, I don't want to talk on people's business, but it was just a whole lot going on. And I'm just like new to everything too. I know I have to consider your feelings, but it was a lot on me. So I have you against me, I have him against me because he also didn't even want to talk to me. He was like fed up. He's like, there was a lot of fighting going on. I had nowhere to stay. Like, it was just a lot. My mom was fighting on me. It was a lot
Right. I
going
knew
on.
it was a lot.
So I was just at a point where I'm like, okay, like, F this shit.
Mhm.
I'm only gonna do the things that I did is based off being in someone else's house. So my mom was like, she's not a bad person or the worst, but she was like, listen, as long as I'm alive, you good. You come here, you spend the day here, look for a job, and then you end up getting work, you'll get a place, it's gonna happen. She didn't say he could stay there, but there was times that he would ask like, hey, can I stay
Right.
here because I have nowhere to go. She'll be like, all right, go ahead. At the end, and I think every time he stayed, you stayed too in the house, which it was only like twice, right?
Right.
It was not like every time. It was only like one time or a two-time situation. I don't even remember. And then his father ended up getting himself a little bit better, and they got it right. But it wasn't an easy situation. Like it wasn't easy for me to be like, hey, I don't care what's going on with your life, go do whatever. Hey, mom and dad, um, like, this is my house. I'm gonna run this shit because it is Mike's house and it's whatever he says. And Mike is like super strict, so he didn't even want anyone around. He was really pissed off about the whole situation,
Mhm.
and I was just uncomfortable even living in my mom's house. It was a lot for me. And I was saving money and I was going to school and I was trying to get a place. I was doing all of that stuff. But it just wasn't working as fast as I thought it would.
Right.
And yes, Shane did leave me. He did. He broke up with me for like a month, I think it was. Right? Was it a month, a week, or what?
I don't know. I don't think it was a month. It wasn't that long.
It was a long time, man.
No, it wasn't that long. Because I couldn't deal with it. Because it's like I've been in the picture for 3 years. Everybody smile, laugh. We had holidays, New Year's, all these holidays together, we're laughing and stuff. And then when he was back in the picture, like the vibe was insane.
It was a lot for
It
everybody.
was
Because we all trying to welcome everyone together.
right, right. But again, it's not even about me though. It's not even about me. It's the fact that the vibes don't maintain.
Right.
If the vibes were this 3 years ago, no, he's in the picture. Keep the vibes same. Maybe I would make feel more comfortable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The vibes wasn't constant. When he came out, everything changes. Because I thought, okay, you told him from he was in behind there. You told him that listen, I move on already. I thought it would be respected. You know
No,
what I'm
it
saying?
was respect.
If it was respected, they want to try. You get it?
He didn't really try.
He tried though.
He didn't really try. We had a conversation, but it wasn't like he was trying while London was.
Well,
He never tried. He never tried. The first day he came home, and I would say like it was, it's just not my place, but
yeah, but you don't have to talk about his circumstances though. But
right. So
I talked with him though.
Right.
He wanted his family back. Me and the guy talk.
That's what I'm
But
telling you.
regardless of what he tried, though, he wanted his family back.
Yes,
Regardless
he
of we
did.
trying that,
Yes.
he wanted his family back,
Yes.
right? Not only him wanted his family back, your family wanted certain things to be certain way. When I know it's a vibe change and the family was rooting for certain things, that's when I feel like in, I feel like I was a problem. You know, if you just big booger on somebody's face, you gotta remove this stuff because everybody was like, the vibe changed when this booger's there. So I'm like, it's best for me to remove myself. You know, and they give you time to focus on what you really want. You know, and then like I said, I don't know if it's a month, but there's some time passed, and he came back and said, this is what you want. You want me, right? And that's when I'm like, okay, cool, because I love you, and I feel like we can make this work.
Yeah.
And that's when we really push on because like, okay, for you to go against your family to say, let's make this work. I choose you, despite what whoever was saying or whatever they was rooting for. You you come go against all the odds to say I choose you. I want to work this out with you. Let's write it up together.
Yeah.
And that's what really won my heart because like in that situation, many people, which I know it was hard for everybody, like you said, right? It's for me to, and that's why I don't put a pressure. Because if I keep saying certain things and comparing certain things, I see it not being changes, I'll still just fall back, and that's what I did. I fall back to make you think right, see what you want, because I didn't still. So even if you wanted to give your family a chance, I couldn't force you to not do it. I'd rather you do what you rather want to do. You'd rather me force you to love me or be with me. So when I see the vibe a certain way, I just choose to fall back from everything. And then when I fall back and I realize some days pass or whatever, you come to fall back with me. Like I was happy.
Right.
I was genuinely happy. You
Right.
know. So ever since then, that's when I'm like, okay, if she choose me, because that's what I wanted. It was just so much confusion. I'm like, you gotta choose. So when I step and you choose me,
Right.
I was happy.
I felt like I was choosing you. I just felt like I just think that okay. I kind of feel like if 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 London's biological dad would have been more of a like a person who came out and just never looked for his child, it would have been more easier,
No, but
right?
nobody's saying you should look for the child,
No,
right?
no, I know. I'm just
It's the
saying
fact that
because I felt like I was choosing you, but I was trying to tell you like, listen, don't pay mind to what's going on. Like I guess I didn't look at it as something that was so big, right? But like again, now I have kids and I'm married and I'm in a relationship and let's just say God forbid something happens
mhm.
with us and you go your way and I go my way. I'm still gonna want you to come over. I'm still gonna want you to spend holidays. It's not personal even to the
Yeah, but you got nobody's saying the guy. Nobody's saying you can't spend all the
no,
days,
no,
right?
listen,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying anything, but I'm gonna, and I know it's probably wrong, and that's why I say I wouldn't do this shit ever again. You know, like you have to work your relationship out, get counseling, try to fix it. But again, if you don't want this and you want to go, I gotta let you go.
Right.
You can't hold anyone back. But I wouldn't be like, oh, you know, you can't come in my house, or one day you want to come and just not be outside and just want to play with the kids in my house and just be there. I feel like that's just such a good safe zone for me. And the kids like it's a healthy look. I get it. It's uncomfortable it, you can trust me and I don't want you. I get it. You shouldn't just be so vulnerable where you just trust anybody and anything. But I thought that was the best way for me and London. I wasn't thinking about what was good for anybody around me. I'm
No,
like,
but this why oh anybody feel right. You do what you want to do. You did it.
yeah,
So screw that because it's not like I said I'm bothered by it and I make you stop. No, it was none of that. Because my problem was when I call, I want to make sure I get you. Sometimes I call, there's no answer. So how would I feel knowing that I'm not there, I'm calling, no answer. He's in the house. I'm not gonna think, especially if he wanted family back. how would I say you can't expect a person to think, yes, I trust you, I know. No, thoughts gonna go crazy, but this is how I feel, right? I learned to deal with my feelings. I learned to deal with my feelings in a way where I feel like it is what it is.
I don't feel like you dealt with your feelings well. I felt like you took it out on me a lot. You fought a lot.
We fought a lot.
It was bad. It was very,
We
very
fought
bad.
because of lack of understanding. You
Yes.
never put yourself in my shoes. So yes, when there's lack of understanding, absolutely you're gonna have conflict. We're gonna hit head.
It
I'm
wasn't.
still growing myself at that time. I'm still young too.
I feel like we always growing. We're gonna grow forever.
But maturity comes in with knowledge, and I feel like that was something I needed to go through. That made me become the man I am today. Like me going through that now would be a different situation.
I feel like that's not something you needed to go through. I don't feel like anyone needed to go through that, but it just was like I'm literally I don't know, like if there's times you call and I don't pick up, like that's literally like I don't even know why the hell that even happened, to
Right.
be honest, right? But the reality is I'm not gonna see that's where it was hard for me because I know I had to be on my phone 24/7, like
No,
make
you
sure
don't have to be a phone
I,
24
no,
7.
but
I
look,
don't call you 24
no,
7.
but listen, I had to be, all right, because that was my job to make sure that when anything was reached out, I had to reach back. So yes, that was my job, right? I wasn't responsible enough. It was nothing happening. My family, my mom was there, Mike was always there, everybody was always freaking there every second. It's not my house. I was not in a room, in my room alone with London's biological dad. It was nothing like that. It was just like in the living room, him there chilling. It was an uncomfortable situation, and honestly, I feel like a lot of it, I didn't understand you, but you didn't even want to understand me either. Because it wasn't like you couldn't have approached the dude and asked him anything if you felt anything. You know what I mean? Or even if I was like
See, it's not about even approaching it or anything, because I can tell you, I was there. Like, let's just fast forward. Like, there's nothing wrong. Me and this dude never hit it.
right.
We never conflict, we never fight, never argue. He's a respectful dude. I respect him until it's, well, I respect him, he respected me, right? We never go at it.
Yeah.
We talk.
Yeah.
That's why I said, me and the guy, when I first met him, we talked man to man. He told me he wanted his family back. And he realized that's when you fight for it. Remember, when he come and choose me, right? When he come back and fight for it, he said he realized, damn, it's like, you know,
Yeah.
it's like with her, it's like she not really vibing that way. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. So we talk man to man. So we spoke. We around the family holidays. He was there. He was there. We become cool.
Yeah.
There's no need to fight, beef. I didn't hate nobody. Hate nobody.
Yeah.
It become the new norm now.
Yeah, and that was way more comfortable for me. That's what I was trying to put.
Yes, it started becoming the new norm because I didn't still. You just want to be aligned to be understood to know what's going on. Because if you're in the unknown or in the dark, you're gonna assume,
Yeah.
and your assumption gonna have you react certain way or think certain things going on, right? So even if your partner is assuming things, that's for you to make him feel comfortable enough to not feel certain way. You know what I'm saying? You got to give that security. And at that time, I feel like you said you were responsible. So that security wasn't given. So my thought go crazy, my reaction go crazy, everything go crazy. We argue a lot, and then I think we was working together too,
Yeah.
trying to get it out because I want to get out. Her mom's house living there. I want to get out so bad, and it's like I felt stuck. I felt stuck, But fast forward, it become a new norm that everybody was cool.
I do feel like though the damage that was done in our relationship early on, it was a bunch of grudges that you held against me. I do feel that, but it took Shane years to let it go. But I give it to him because he really let it go. Like when I say you let it go, you let it go. Cause listen, it wasn't, and at the end of the day, I'm not in his shoes. I can't blame him for nothing. I'm in my own shoes, and I know my shoes look easy. Everybody here probably could say, "Oh my God, girl, it was so easy." It was not easy. I I felt like I had it harder than everyone, right? Everybody has their own story to tell.
Right.
And maybe you felt like you had it harder than everyone. And I felt like I had it harder than everyone. And it was just a mess. And I felt like you did hold a grudge on me for some years. And then one day he just let it go. I don't know.
It's not about. It just that when I was going through that, it was so dark, and like I say, dark, and I felt unheard. And like I said, every time I voiced it, I was told I was insecure, or it's insecure, so that drill in my head, I'm insecure, right? And it's like, when you feel a certain way, right, your partner should be first when you go to like to try to fix it, and that your partner is not the outlet to fix it. So now you gotta become your own outlet. So now I become my own outlet. I put up a, I don't know what exactly what it is, but I become like a nonchalant, so nonchalant that I didn't care
Well, I don't think you ever came to me.
because I felt like I felt like what can I say? I have to do that to protect my heart in a sense. Like I gotta tell myself she's not. Like, this is going back now because this is where we're. This is going back to when we was going through a toxic phase, right? I have to tell myself that yo, she's gone already. She's not mine.
Yeah, but these grudges held on for years after.
No, no, no. Because
I
grudges.
feel like it was.
I never have no grudge though. I just deal with situation different.
No, it was. Well, to me,
Right.
I'm gonna speak on my
Right.
story. I paid the price, and I didn't pay a little price, y'all. My sanity was gone. It was many years of, to me, a grudge that you held, and we got by it. That's the point. We got by it. It was years even after the situation, and again, that's why some couples need therapy and they seek all of that. But
Mm-hmm.
we ended up doing it alone, and we ended up. And even when you would come to me, I felt like you was very basic when you spoke to me. You was more like, you pissed me off today because you didn't pick up my phone call at 4 o'clock when I called you, right? It would be something like that. But he wouldn't come to me and say, hey, listen, I feel broken as a man. Like, I don't feel like you really cared up to me much as a man. Like, I'm losing my. I didn't even know Shay loved me that much, guys. Like, I didn't know. I didn't even know. No, to
To
be
be honest,
honest,
but
you was
the
very
fact that I'm
basic.
there still though, like
No, I know, but
to be honest, a lot of men don't deal with that.
absolutely, and I agree with you. I agree with you. But I feel it was a lot of things that the communication wasn't so like clear. And I know it doesn't
May,
have to be crystal clear. I
yeah,
know everything is very hurtful, but
maybe the communication wasn't clear because maybe I don't come sit down and say, yo,
yeah,
I'm going through this right now. But I feel like certain things just was common
100%.
sense
You still feel that way in life. I know.
because where I'm from, it's just cold with certain things. So,
It wasn't common sense for me.
but no, it is right. No, it is not right. Would you do the same thing now?
I wouldn't feel it.
No,
It
trust
was
me,
not
trust me,
common sense.
because we have to break that. I'm happy that things change, but we have to break that comfortability that we have with people. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no way. It was not saying, mind you, we make it a norm, right? But it was a lot going for everybody, right? The moms, everybody, him, me, you, everybody. It was a lot going for everybody. So it's like it's a reason why it become like okay, come pick up the child, da da da. I go tomorrow, you go shopping with the child, whatever. It was more than that. It was like I said, and I didn't want to get intervene because the family see him as a son. That's the bro. That's my son. Okay, how can I tell them that it's not my crib? Even if I wanted to go, I can't, right? Even if I feel some type of way, I can't. So if I know it's not going to change, even saying that don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, still, the situation was, I feel like it's bigger than, it was bigger than you and I.
Yeah,
It was their home, it's not your home, you can't even say nothing, but I feel like, I don't know what to say. It's like, you don't see the bigger picture of it. It's like,
so
the problem,
like,
here's the problem, right? The problem is remote. Okay, we cool, da da da. Here's the problem. The problem is that everything is good when it's good. When things is bad, that's when it's real bad. Because let's flip the role real quick.
Yeah.
Me and my baby mom, me and you and my baby mom cooling and stuff, all in the house together, hanging out, da, da, da. No, me and you, tension, bad vibe, me and you.
You were fighting.
We fighting, me and you fighting. I look for my baby dad, my baby mom for comfort. How do you feel?
I never looked up.
No, I'm not saying it was, I know. But let's just say, we got the assumption, right? That's your assumption. Okay, yo, we all cool, so let us say we all cool as friends. Let us say me, you, and Ellie was here, right? Those natural friends were vibing, because that's what become a friendship. All of us around and become friendship. You wanna go at something, you know it's gonna piss me off. You know what I'm saying? It become uncomfortable when things get bad. That's the dark side of it. Because everything is cool when it's cool, everybody's happy. But let us say we have a dispute, argument, no tension, feel it, no like you don't want to be around me, but it's like, okay, yo, I want to come see my kid. I'm in the crib. You feel me?
Yeah.
So some people don't look at it like that, and I feel like it wasn't looking like that.
Yeah.
Because if me argue and we at work and we fighting and he's in the crib, you feel me?
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah.
So when a person fight, emotion is high. That's what's really breaking up. Are you mad? It's a lot into it, but
It's a lot into it, but right? Sometimes I need you to step out of your thoughts, right? Because you like all this logical shit and you want to think logical and you think really deep and you think and you could create scenarios, but step out of it, right? Just give it a second. If you love someone, right?
Yeah.
Let's just say you love me, and we go through something so bad. Could you really just lay down with your ex? Honestly speaking, truthfully as a man.
I don't know.
Well, that's honest.
I don't know. I'll be honest with you.
I through something so bad.
You can't.
I'm just not in a. I wasn't in the mood for anyone, and it was even great that he was there to even talk to London, because sometimes mentally I was so drained that I didn't even have a freaking hello in me for London. It was so bad. It was too much for me.